start on our mat, seated. If you have a block, have it somewhere where you can reach it. Cool. So we're going to start in a cross-legged seated position, crossing at the shins, outer edges of the feet melting into the floor. And before anything, I'm just going to have you rock back and forward on the pelvis. So we're creating this concavity and then this open space through the front of the body. Just gently inviting in some mobility and movement to the hips, the spine, the shoulders. Nice and gentle. Feeling your connection to the earth. As you're ready, come to a place of stillness. We're going to sit upright on the sit bones, lifting tall through the spine and the sides of the waist. Shoulders roll and melt down the back. Crown of the head floats up toward the sky. We're going to set a rhythm of breathing for your practice. Even the inhale with the exhale. In through the nose and the back of the throat. Follow it down the entirety of the spine. And exhale, light compression. Follow it back up through back of the throat and the nose. So establish this smooth and easy regulation of breath so that the movements in your practice are driven by the rhythm of breathing and not the other way around. Cool. And if you'd like to set an intention for your practice today, now is a good time. Any energy that you'd like to cultivate in the body or in the energetic body is perfect. Balanced, strength, ease, flexibility, peace, tranquility, joy, whatever resonates. And when you've decided upon your intention, you can hold that within the space of the body. And we'll just take a few breaths together here, setting up an even inhale with exhale. And allowing this rhythm of breathing to bring your gaze inwardly, to focus your attention, and to integrate mind, breath, body, so that we are aligned energetically and present with ourselves. Beautiful. And as you're ready, we'll begin moving. On the inhale, sweeping hands to sides, lifting fingers for sky, lift the gaze. Exhale, palms to heart center. Inhale, sweeping fingers to side, lifting, growing tall. Exhale, palms together at the heart center. Inhale, sweep and lift like moving through water, creating length through the spine. And exhale, shoulders anchor down the back, neck is long. Beautiful. Release the fingertips to the sides of the mat and then walk them back behind you. From here, you can remain with your fingertips on the mat, or you can press the palms into the mat with the fingertips facing out or behind you. Any variation is welcome. Wherever you are, roll the elbows in toward each other, roll the shoulders down the back, and lift high through the chest. Rooting down evenly through the sit bones, firming in gently through the core, lifting tall through the spine. And remaining with that steady rhythm of breath, the inhale creates elongation. And the exhale further into the lift and the core support. And for the next couple breath cycles, you're welcome to lift a little higher. Expand a little further through the chest and the heart center. One more inhale. And as you exhale, mindfully returning back to center. At the heart center, interlace the fingers, press the palms forward and away from you, allowing the shoulder blades to broaden away from each other. On the inhale, sweeping the palms forward and up to the ceiling. Exhale, sweeping the palms forward and all the way down to the shins. Inhale, shoulders drop down the back, chest rises. Press the palms up. Exhale, like moving through water, broad and wide through the upper back, open through the front of the chest and the collarbones. Move with the pace of your own breathing and allow the lift to come from the base of the spine. We root into the earth to rebound and lift higher. And after this last inhale, remain with the palms pressing up toward the ceiling and the shoulder heads drawing down the back, nice and long through the neck. On the next inhale, side bend over the left, and we'll remain here for a few breaths. Shoulder blades anchor and firm into the back body. Belly button firms into spine. And that right hip is firmly anchored into the mat. It's not coming up with you. Breathing into the length in the right side of the body, the space in the chest. Beautiful. Keep lifting through the hands, opening through elbows and shoulders. On the next inhale, coming back up through center. And on the exhale, side bend over the right. Remain here for a few breaths. Anchored into the floor through the left hip to lift taller through both sides of the waist. Broad and open through the collarbones and pressing through the palms of the hands. The gaze is steady and the breath is even through the inhale and the exhale. Explore the dimensions of the lift, of the core support. Maybe exploring further into the side bend. And on the next inhale, rising up through center. Exhale, sweeping palms forward and down, palms together at the heart. Inhale, sweeping fingertips to sky. Exhale, side bend over the left. Inhale, elongate here. Exhale, bottom arm to mat. You can rest on the fingertips, on the palm, or the forearm. Whatever feels better in your body today is perfect. Rotate the elbow toward the wall in front of you. Both shoulders draw down the back and crown of the head lifts. Rooting evenly through both sit bones, breathing into the length through the sides of the waist. And from here we'll begin to flow. Take an inhale. As you exhale, rotate down toward the mat, contract through the core. Inhale, straighten the bottom arm, lift and open the chest toward the sky. Exhale, lower the arm, contract, rotate. Inhale, lift, expand, and open. Move with the rhythm of breathing. And allow the motion to be initiated in the core of the body and all of the rotation to happen in the mid-back, above the low back. Opening broad through collarbones and chest. Starting to create a little heat through the core. And on this last opening, remaining lifted. Shoulder blades press into the back body to lift higher through the chest. The gaze is soft, opening through both arms. You can remain here, or you can take the right arm and wrap it around for the front of the opposite hip. Just a little extra twist if it feels good today. The inhale creates elongation and openness. The exhale, lift and core stability. One more inhale, perhaps to release the wrap of the arm. Exhale, rotating back down toward the mat. Inhale, press the floor away, lifting both hands. Lift the gaze. Exhale, palms together at the heart. Inhale, sweeping hands to sky. Exhale, side bend over the right. Inhale, elongate. And exhale, bottom arm drops down to the mat. You can rest here on the fingertips, on the palm, or come down to the forearm. Wherever you are is perfect. Draw the shoulders down the back. Rotate the top elbow toward the wall in front of you. Elongate through both sides of the waist and steady the breath. Keep the mind focused and connected to the breathing and the quality of your current pose. And from here we'll begin to flow. Take an inhale. Exhale, contract, rotate down toward the mat. Inhale, straighten the bottom arm, lift the chest and open. Exhale, contract. Inhale, lift and open. Move with your own breathing. Allow the movement to be initiated from the core of the body, perhaps opening further with each repetition. And on the last inhale, we'll remain open and lifted toward the sky. Chest is broad and open, lifting up and out of the low back as both hips root down into the earth. You're welcome to stay here, or if you'd like a little deeper twist, you can take the top arm, wrap it around for the front of the opposite hip. Belly button firms in and up to support the spine. Elongation on the inhale and perhaps deeper into the twist on the exhale. One more inhale, perhaps to release that arm from the wrap. Exhale, rotating back down toward the mat. Inhale, lift, straight spine, fingers for sky. And exhale, palms together at the heart. So if you'd like to use your blocks for this next forward fold, have it handy. Inhale, elongate through spine. Exhale, fold forward halfway, reaching the chest forward, fingertips. And from here, any variation is welcome. You can remain with the palms pressing into the floor, shoulders down, neck is relaxed. You can also use the block to rest your forehead on any setting. Or if you like, you can stack the hands or simply release the foreheads in the floor. Wherever you are, widen the shoulder blades away from each other. Press the palms into the mat. Fingertips are wide. The tailbone roots into the floor. Belly button curves into the spine and the chest reaches forward. Allow the breath to be smooth and steady, expanding through the upper back as you breathe. And as you remain here for a few breaths, perhaps allowing the gentle pull of gravity to assist you further into the forward fold. Beautiful. One more inhale. And as you exhale, lift the gaze and walk yourself over to the left. Just to the edge of your range of motion. Find length through spine and the chest. And exhale to release into forward fold. Nice and broad through the upper back, rooting down through both hips. Shoulders anchor down the back to stay long through the neck. You can remain here for the next couple breaths, or if you'd like to walk yourself a little further, you may. Breathing into the length through both sides of the waist, belly button firms in and up. One more inhale. And as you exhale, walk yourself back through center and all the way over to the other side. Finding any range of motion, any variation that's comfortable for your body. Pressing palms into the mat, shoulders down the back, elongate through the spine and release torso, neck, and head. Rooting down firmly, especially through the left hip. And lifting tall through the sides of the waist, out through the crown of the head. Staying with the steady rhythm of breath, expansion on the inhale, compression on the exhale. And you're welcome to remain here in stillness, or you can explore and walk yourself a little further into the side stretch. One more inhale. As you exhale, walk yourself back through center and press yourself to an upright seated position. From here, we'll transition into tabletop. And again, have your block handy. Set up knees under hips, hands beneath shoulders. Tops of the feet rooting into the mat. And we'll take a few cat-cows. Inhale. Exhale. Curl the tailbone into the body. Round the spine. Release the neck and the head. Inhale. Lift the tailbone. Drop the belly. Pull the chest forward. Lift the gaze. Exhale. Curl. Press the floor away. Broaden through the upper back. Inhale. Lift the tailbone. Draw the shoulders down to reach the chest forward as you lift the gaze. Moving with the rhythm of your own breath, opening through hips, spine, and shoulders, and articulating every process of movement. Beautiful. We'll take one more round here, and as you're ready, returning yourself back to tabletop. From here, take your hands forward about an inch, and we'll rotate the entire body in a clockwise direction, sending hips to heels, moving to the left, sending the chest forward, side, and back. Allow this movement to be slow and fluid, supported completely by the hands, the legs, and the core. And at the bottom of this last circle, reverse the rotation counterclockwise, noticing where the shoulders, the spine, the hips might need a little extra fluidity, stability, whatever it may be. And at the base of this, return yourself back to tabletop, realign the hands and the feet. On the inhale, extend the left leg back and lift it parallel to the floor, lifting up through the core. You're welcome to play with balance here by coming to the right fingertips or completely reaching the arm forward. One line of energy. Press the floor away so you are broad and strong through the upper back and not dipping into the shoulder blades. Even the inhale with the exhale. And if you set an intention for your practice, perhaps reconnecting with it, seeing if you can embody that energy in your current pose. Growing a little longer through sides of the waist, chest is reaching forward, and back foot is pressing all the way back behind you. Beautiful, and from here we'll flow. Inhale, exhale, bringing the knee to elbow, round the spine. Inhale, elongate, reaching fingers and toes away. Exhale, contract, collect at the core. Inhale, elongate. Mindful, strong, and steady movements through the body, aligned and synchronized with the breath. Find a little extra length every time you expand. And after this last inhale, returning mindfully back to tabletop, recentering hands, knees, hips. Inhale, right leg extends back and lifts parallel to the mat. You can play with balance, bringing fingertips or reaching forward fully. Belly button to spine to reach and elongate out of the low back. Gaze is steady and forward. One line of energy from the back foot through sides of the waist, chest, and out through crown of the head. Steady breath, focused mind. Beautiful, and from here we'll begin to flow. Take an inhale. As you exhale, elbow to knee, round the spine. Inhale, elongate and reach. Exhale. Moving with the rhythm of your breath. Allowing everything to emanate from the core and be an extension of the spine as you move. Create length and fluidity through your movement. Reaching fingertips and toes way long through the spine. After this last inhale, exhale, returning back to tabletop. Recenter hands and feet. On the inhale, coming up into plank pose. Hips are even, pressing back through the heels, reaching the chest forward. Steady the gaze. Smooth, even breath. Take one more inhale here and shift the chest forward. As you exhale, lowering into chaturanga, squeezing elbows in. Inhale, lift the chest, tops of the feet. Exhale, pressing the hips up into down dog. As you rise, you're welcome to pedal out the feet. Maybe move around a little bit. This is the first down dog, so allow your body to find movement, find comfort, whatever works best for you. The palms are evenly pressing into the mat, the fingers are wide. Roll the eyes of the elbow forward. Shoulders draw down the back. And if you have been moving, find yourself in stillness, reaching the heels for the mat as the hips lift up and away. Relax the neck and reconnect with the rhythm of breathing. See if you can breathe into the upper back, broaden the shoulder blades away from each other. Lift higher through the sides of the waist. On the inhale, sweep the right leg up to the ceiling, keeping the hips even, pressing high through the foot. You can flex or point, either way is okay. Breathing length into the spine and sides of the waist, lifting tall through the leg. Root and rebound, pressing down into the mat to lift higher through the body. Beautiful, and from here we'll begin to flow. Take an inhale. As you exhale, shift the weight forward, collecting the knee in toward the chest. Inhale, shift the hips back, sweep the leg high. Exhale, collecting at the core. Inhale, elongate. Exhale. Moving with the rhythm of your own breath. And on this last repetition, placing the foot up between the hands, drop the knee, come to the top of the foot and lift the torso. Palms together at heart center, broad and open through the chest. Pull the feet toward each other like you're trying to fold your mat in half. So we have a centralized line of energy through inner thighs and spine. Beautiful. Press the hips forward, lifting tall through the spine. And from here, we'll place the hands on the thigh, come to the top of the ball of the foot, straighten the back leg, and rise into high lunge. Aiming for 90 degrees. If you need a wider stance, go ahead and take it. Strong through the back thigh, even through the hips. Lifted through sides of the waist. Even inhale with exhale. Lift taller through the spine. Steady mind, steady gaze, steady breath. See if you can grow a little taller as you root down through the hips and the legs, stronger through the back thigh. And from here, we'll spin the back heel down, making sure we are heel to arch alignment for warrior two. Again, going for 90 degrees in the front knee. Expand the arms into a T and allow the gaze to roll over the right fingers. Shoulders down the back, long and supported through spine and the core. As the legs and the hips descend down toward the mat, we lift taller through the sides of the waist. Nice and steady through the foundation. And on your next inhale, we'll come into reverse warrior, arcing up through the right arm, lowering the left arm to the thigh. Keep the gaze lifted, shoulders draw down the back, nice and long through the side of the waist. Breath is steady, lift a little higher, broaden through the collarbones, grounded and steady through the foundation of the legs. One more inhale to lift, windmill the arms forward. Exhale, hands to mat, right leg back, moving down through chaturanga. Inhale, tops of feet, lift the chest. Exhale, down dog. Recenter the hips, the knees, the shoulders. Fingers are wide, shoulder blades widen away from each other, hips are lifted. And on the inhale, sweep the left leg up to the ceiling, keeping the hips even, strong and lifted through the torso and the leg. One line of energy from palms of the hands and up through the toes. And from here, we'll begin to flow. Take an inhale. As you exhale, bringing the knee and chest forward, contracting through the core. Inhale, sending the hips back, lift through the leg. Exhale, forward. Smooth and steady rhythm of breath, staying lifted through the core and the spine. Nice and strong, completely elongated through the leg. And on this last repetition, bringing the foot forward into low lunge, knee top of the foot to the mat. Rise through the torso, hands on the thigh. Squeeze the feet in toward each other, inner thighs are active, lifting taller through the sides of the waist. Press the palms together, heart center. The hips press forward, the spine lifts. Steady gaze and smooth, even breath. Beautiful. On the next inhale, coming into high lunge, the ball of the back foot, straighten through the back thigh. If you need a wider stance, take it. Aiming for 90 degrees in the front knee, lifted and tall through sides of the waist. And both feet pulling in toward each other so the hips remain even. There's a centralized line of energy through the body. Focus the gaze, focus the mind and the breath. And if you'd like to reconnect with your intention, see if you can embody that energy in your current posture. Finding steadiness in the body, steadiness in the mind, steady rhythm of breath and fluidity through all of it. And on the inhale, spinning the back heel down, keeping the back foot turned in about 45 degrees, dropping down into warrior two. Arms expand out to the sides, gaze is over the left fingers. 90 degrees in the front knee, long through sides of the waist. Find strength through the back thigh, sealing the outer edge of the foot into the mat. Lowering through the front thigh and lifting tall through the waist and the spine. Focus the gaze just over the middle finger and keep the mind connected to the quality of the breathing and the quality of the current pose. On the next inhale, reverse warrior, flip the palm, lift through sides of the waist and reach. Let the right hand rest on the outer edge of the leg. Broaden open through the chest, belly button to spine. As the hips sit further down, you lift higher through sides of the waist. Breath is steady. On the inhale, windmill, hands to mat. Exhale, sending the left foot back and moving down through chaturanga, elbows squeezing in. Inhale, tops of feet, lift the chest. Exhale, send the hips up into down facing dog. Find your steadiness, find your pose. Take a few breaths here. Perhaps lifting the hips a little higher, pressing them back, lifting tall through the spine. On the inhale, bend the knees, lift the gaze, and on the exhale, walk the feet up in between the hands for a forward fold. The backs of the knees are soft and the weight of the body is toward the front of the feet, out of the heels. Relax the toes. We'll remain here for a few breaths. You're welcome to keep the hands resting on the mat, or you can hold on to opposite elbows and allow the gentle pull of gravity to assist a little further into the forward fold. Belly button firms in and up. Beautiful. Release the hands if they are holding onto the elbows. Inhale, flat back, look up. Exhale, release. Inhale, pressing into the legs to rise into standing, reaching for sky. Exhale, palms together at the heart center. From here, we'll take a few half sun salutations together. Find yourself in mountain pose. Feet are parallel, touching at the big toes, heels slightly apart. Firming in from the very base of the spine to lift tall through sides of the waist. Floating crown of the head up toward the sky, root and rebound. On the inhale, sweep and reach. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back, look up. Exhale, release. Inhale, pressing into the floor to rise through core, spine, fingers. Exhale, palms together at the heart center. Inhale, smooth breath, grow tall. Exhale, bend the knees, fold forward. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press, reach, rise. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, sweep and lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to standing. And exhale, palms together at the heart. From here, as you inhale, sit the hips back and reach the arms forward for chair pose. We'll remain here for a few breaths. The hips sit back, the weight is toward the heels. Inner thighs are firming toward each other. Palms press together and fingertips lift up and away. Steady breath. Smooth and even. Release your last exhale, and on the inhale, press and rise to standing, reaching for sky. Exhale, palms together at the heart. Inhale, sit the hips back, lifting palm and fingertips. Bringing the hands to the heart center, sit the hips back further, and we'll go into a rotation here, and if you'd like to use your block, you're welcome to. Elongate through the spine on the inhale. Exhale, rotating toward the left. And from here, you're welcome to take the elbow to the top of the right thigh and press the palms together. You can take the elbow to the outer edge of the left thigh, press the palms together. And for a deeper twist, you can use the block for expanded arms, or you can simply bring fingertips to the mat. Belly button to spine, hips descend to grow longer through the spine and sides of the waist. Lift the gaze toward the fingers that are reaching for the ceiling. And if you're pressing together, just lift the gaze. Elongation on the inhale, twist on the exhale. One more inhale. Exhale, returning to chair, and inhale to rise, reaching fingers for sky. Exhale, palms together at the heart. Inhale, sit the hips back, elongate. Exhale, palms together at the heart center. Inhale, create length. Exhale, rotating from the core, any variation. Elbow to top of the left thigh for a gentle twist. Elbow to the outer edge of the right thigh, or deeper by expanding through both arms. Shoulder blades down the back. Gaze is lifted. Breath is smooth and steady. See if you can embody your intention for today's practice in your current pose. Elongate on the inhale, twist on the exhale. One more inhale. Exhale, returning through center. Inhale, press and rise. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, sweeping fingers to sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, look up. Exhale, palms to the mat, coming into plank pose and hold here. Shoulders down the back, nice and strong through the legs. Find your breath. From here, we'll come into side plank. Come into the outer edge of the right foot, palm beneath the shoulder. You're welcome to bring the left foot forward for stability, or keep the feet stacked. Lift the hips and the chest away from the mat, and reach the left arm and gaze up toward the sky. Broad through the collarbones, nice and strong through the core. You can remain here, or you can take the top arm, wrap it around for the opposite hip. A little bit of a shoulder opening. One more inhale, perhaps to release the wrap. Exhale, returning back through plank. And coming to the other side. Outer edge of the left foot. You're welcome to stay forward through the right foot for stability, or stack the feet. Press the hips and the chest up and away. Rotate the gaze up toward the fingertips as they reach higher. Even the inhale with the exhale. And if you'd like a little shoulder opening, you're welcome to wrap the top arm around the opposite hip. Broad and open through the chest and long through sides of the waist. One more inhale, perhaps to release the arm. Exhale, moving down through plank, coming into tabletop. And from here, we'll bring the hips and the back to the mat. Have your block handy. Plant the soles of the feet on the floor and roll yourself down. Connect the tailbone to the mat. Melt the shoulder blades into the mat and allow space between the low back and the floor. Take your block in between the thighs to keep them firmly in toward each other and not releasing out to the pinky side of the foot. From here, we'll rise and fall in and out of bridge pose. Connect the forearms and the palms to the floor. On the inhale, curl the tailbone in, peel the spine up off the mat one vertebra at a time. Exhale, releasing the spine to the mat, nice and slow. Inhale, curl the tailbone, lift the hips up and away. Exhale, one vertebra at a time, back down to the floor. Inhale, peel and lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, and this time stay lifted. Keep the hips reaching high and away from the rib cage so there is length through sides of the waist. The inner thighs are active, the soles of the feet and the forearms rooting down into the mat. Open and broad through the chest. And if you'd like a little extra lift here, you're welcome to interlace the fingers beneath the hips and roll the shoulders underneath you. Find a steady and smooth breath. Keep the hips lifting up and away, belly button to spine. Mind is steady and focused on the quality of breath and the current posture. See if you can lift a little higher, elongate a little further. If the fingers are interlaced, release the hands, inhale. Exhale, rolling the spine back down to the mat, one vertebra at a time. Beautiful. Recenter the spine and the shoulders, release the block off to the side. Pull the right thigh into the chest, flex through the foot. Take the outer edge of the foot to the top of the thigh and press the knee away. You can remain here, or if you'd like a little extra stretch, you can take the hand gently and assist the knee, or hug the left thigh in toward the chest. Fingertips hugging the hamstring, or fingertips hugging the shin. Both feet are flexed, and wherever you are, the hips are going to want to come with you. So keep them anchored into the mat, spacious through the low back. Shoulders melt down to stay broad and open through the chest. From this place of elongation, we can hug in further, opening safely through the hips. Belly button is still firming in and up to support the spine. And for the next couple breaths, you can remain still. You can hug the thigh in closer. You can rock side to side on the sacrum. Beautiful. One more inhale. Exhale, returning the left foot to the mat and pressing right foot up toward the sky. Soft in the bend of the knee. From here, you can interlace the fingers behind the hamstring, behind the calf muscle, or the outer edges of the feet. All variations are welcome here. We are breathing into the back of the hamstring. Both hips are rooted into the mat here to stay long through the low back. And if you'd like a little extra, you're also welcome to straighten the left leg out and press it down into the floor. Flexing actively through both feet and drawing the shoulders down the back. Breath is smooth and steady, creating elongation on the inhale and perhaps further into the stretch on the exhale. We are still combining strength with flexibility here, so the quadriceps are pulling up on the kneecaps, the feet are pressing out and away, the whole leg is active to support the structures of the body, so it can feel safe in flexibility. Beautiful. For the next couple breaths, you're welcome to remain in stillness or perhaps invite the leg in a little closer to you. Whatever feels better. One more inhale. As you exhale, bend both knees, bringing the feet back down to the mat. Recenter hips and shoulders. And as you're ready, hugging the left thigh into the chest, flexing through the foot. Outer edge of the foot to the thigh and press the knee open. You can remain here or gently assist the knee, or if you'd like, hugging the right thigh into the chest, hugging hamstring or shins. Long through the spine, rooting down through the tip of the tailbone, shoulders down the back. Breath is smooth and steady. Staying present with the mind's focus, with the rhythm of breath, with the quality of the current pose, and integrating all three. And for the next couple breaths, you can remain in stillness, or you can hug the thigh in closer, or rock side to side on the sacrum, nice and slow. Beautiful. One more inhale, exhale, returning the right foot to the mat, pressing left foot up to the sky, soft through the back of the knee, fingers around hamstring, calf muscle, or outer edges of the feet, shoulders down the back. And if you'd like, you can extend through the right leg, pressing it down toward the floor. Breathing into the back of the hamstring and the length through the sides of the waist. Active through the quadriceps of both legs. The feet are flexed and pressing away, and perhaps exploring deeper into the stretch as you exhale. Beautiful. One more inhale. As you exhale, bending both knees, hugging them into the chest. We'll come into variations of happy baby, taking the thighs wider than the torso, hands on the inner edges. They can rest on the shins, on the outer edges of the feet. This is half. And if you'd like the full happy baby, press the feet up toward the ceiling, 90 degrees in the knees. Wherever you are, don't let the hips come up with you. Keep them anchored to the mat. Melt the shoulder blades down into the mat. And hug those thighs in toward the torso and toward the floor. Beautiful. You're welcome to remain here in stillness. You can perhaps rock side to side if your sacrum is enjoying a massage, or if you'd like to start to press the legs open to the sides. you're welcome to explore that as well. Whatever feels better for your hips and for the legs. Keeping the legs active, smooth breath. Beautiful. And any last movement that your body would like, go ahead and take it. And from here, we will come into the final resting pose, Shavasana. The legs outstretched, a little wider than the torso, arms out to the sides, rolling the palms up toward the sky. Release the body, release the breath. Allow the body to grow heavy into the mat. And from here, you're welcome to close your eyes. And we'll take a body scan, bringing the awareness to hovering just above the crown of the head. Floating down into the forehead, relax the eyebrows, soften the eyelids, release the muscles of the jaw, release the tongue down away from the roof of the mouth to create space in the back of the throat. Soften through the neck, soften through the tops of the shoulders. Relax the shoulder blades. Relax all the muscles of the back, the lats, the extensors. Relax. Release through the collarbones, softening through the chest. Out through the biceps. Relax through the eyes of the elbows. Release the forearms and the wrists. Warm energy through palms of the hands and out through the fingertips. And back into the body, relaxing through the lungs and the chest, softening through the heart center, releasing the diaphragm. Relax the stomach, softening through the entire abdominal cavity. All the organs relax and are at ease. Release the hip flexors and relax through the outer hips, the backs of the hips. Release the hamstrings, softening through the inner thighs and the quadriceps. Relax the kneecaps and soften the backs of the knees. Release the calf muscles and the shins. Relaxing the ankles, softening through the heels of the feet. Warm energy through the entire soles of the feet and out through the toes. Full body release and softening. You're welcome to grow heavy into the mat. And from here, we'll take a minute or so of stillness, allowing mind and body to release. as you're ready, start to invite the awareness back into the body, into the space. Invite movement, wiggle fingers, toes, rolling wrists and ankles. Hug one knee into the chest and the other. You can rock side to side. And as you're ready, rolling off to one side, resting the head on the arm. Reconnecting with earth and the present moment. And using hands and legs, press yourself up to cross-legged seated position, crossing at the shins. Lifting tall through the spine, pressing palms together at the heart center. Taking a moment to connect to the intention you set for your practice and the energy that you have cultivated. Allow it to anchor in, that you may carry it with you into the rest of your day. Inhale. Exhale, bowing head to heart to seal the practice. Namaste. Thank you, you guys for joining, for practicing, for showing up on a Monday morning. It's amazing. Appreciate your presence. I always love to hear the intentions that you set, so please feel free to share them in the comments. Let me know. Yeah, we have meditation and yoga tomorrow as well, and dance workout tonight. So I hope you guys have an amazing day. Mwah! Love all of you. See you soon.